Yeah, okay. Welcome back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to RolyPoly Spins. It's very cold outside, so we were thinking bringing some warm music for this month. And we have our guest Ingo here, who's gonna share some his passion and love for broken beats. So we're gonna start with Ingo's set, and then we're gonna talk a little bit later. Thank you. Enjoy.
reason to be so uptight. I'm in town for one night and one thing's on the menu, so serve it up. You nervous or what? Don't be. All that can disappear when you near me. Tell your girlfriends find their own man. Me and you about to make our own plans. Simple as that. In fact, me and you gon' be the only two that know about it. Come on, pick up the pace. There's other ladies who can take your place. You want it more than I do, don't lie. Cause your eyes give it all away. Baby girl, this ain't no time to play. Come on, give me a call when you all grown up. Come on.
I got what you need.
Serve it up, come on. Guess who's back?
I got what you
See what you need to do is serve it up. Come on. Keep doing it, girl.
I got what
Just what you need to make it back, girl. Back. I got just what you need to do is serve it up. Come on. Back. I got just what you need to make it back. Come on. Back. Doing it, girl. Just what you need to make it up. Come on.
sobreviver. Encontrei na rua a questão, 100% a falta de chão. Vou rezar pra nunca perder essa estrutura que é você. Arranjo, 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 arranjo. Quem sabe a labuta quitar, sabe o trabalho que dá, batalhar o pão e trazer para casa sobreviver. Encontrei na rua a questão, 100% a falta de chão. Vou rezar pra nunca perder essa estrutura que é você. Arranjo, 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 arranjo.
parece coisa de gringo. Ginga, ginga, fale comigo. Meu umbigo fora do ar. Uma antena vai virar parabólica. A noite vai numa cólica. A gente vai se encontrar. Samba que parece coisa de gringo. Ginga, ginga, fale comigo. Meu umbigo fora do ar. Uma antena vai virar parabólica. A noite vai numa cólica. A gente vai se encontrar. Samba que parece coisa de gringo. Ginga, ginga, fale comigo. Meu umbigo fora do ar. Uma antena vai virar parabólica. A noite vai numa cólica. A gente vai se encontrar. Samba que parece coisa de gringo. Ginga, ginga, fale comigo. Meu amigo fora do ar. Uma antena vai virar parabólica. A noite vai numa cólica. A gente vai se encontrar. Samba que parece coisa de gringo. Ginga, ginga, fale comigo. Meu amigo fora do ar. Uma antena vai virar parabólica. A noite vai numa cólica. A gente vai se encontrar. Samba que parece coisa de gringo. Ginga, ginga, fale comigo. Meu amigo fora do ar. Uma antena vai virar parabólica. A noite vai numa cólica. A gente vai se encontrar.
When the last time you gave without looking for return? When the last time you said a kind word? When the last time you told somebody that you really love them just in case you lay the world up and burn? When the last time you showed real affection through a hug and you feel born cause you scared of germs? When the last time you reassured a friend that you care so the licking drugs and where they turn? When the last time you forgave yourself for your mistakes? Did you ever give yourself a chance to learn? When you fell out with your friend over little petty shit, did you ever get it straight like a perm? When the last time you got on your knees said a prayer, you wanna talk to God to the church? When the last time you determined value for yourself, or you looking at the world for your worth? When the last time you really checked on you? My check 1, 2. When the last time you said you were gonna do? Kept your word, came through. When the last time you really checked on you? My check 1, 2. When the last time? When the last time? When the last time? When the last time? When the last time you really checked on you? My check 1, 2, my check 1, 2. When the last time you really checked on you? I think we need more time, need more trust, need more patience, need more love. We so anxious, we might buzz if shots start ringing when they say war. Need more time, need more trust, need more patience, need more love. We so anxious, we might buzz if shots start ringing when they say war. When the last time you really checked on your crew and your mom and them too? When the last time you said you were gonna do? Kept your word, came through. Wanna knock your head loose, but you chose to keep cool. When the last time you really played by the rules? When you look to the news, trying to tell you what's true. When the last time you really checked on your crew and your mom and them too? When the last time you said you were gonna do? Kept your word, came through. Wanna knock your head loose, but you chose to keep cool. When the last time you really played by the rules? Or you look to the news, trying to tell you what's new. When the last time? I think we need more time, need more trust, need more patience, need more love. We so anxious, we might buzz if shots start ringing when they say war. Need more time, need more trust, need more patience, need more love. We so anxious, we might buzz if shots start ringing when they say war. Need more time, need more trust, need more patience, need more love. We so anxious, we might buzz if shots start ringing when they say war. When the last time you really checked on you? My check 1, 2. When the last time you really checked on you? My check 1, 2. When the last time you really checked on you? My check 1, 2. When the last time you really checked on you? My check 1, 2. When the last time? When the last time? When the last time? When the last time?
Hello. Oh, it's quite loud, huh? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Can you hear me? Yes, of course you can hear me. Yes. Thank you. So there was Ingo's set. And yes, we're gonna just talk about a little bit about Broken Beats and also Ingo and Ingo's event. But before I start my questions, I just wanted to ask, what did you eat today, Ingo?
Oh, I don't want to No, you're putting me on the spot. No, it's horrible. I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell the people.
Frikandel?
No. Nothing like that.
Okay, sorry. That was a maybe too private question, but this is like something Korean people ask always. What did you
Really?
eat? Yeah.
I can tell you what I had for breakfast because
Yeah?
that's the non-shameful part of my eating
Okay.
ritual today.
You didn't eat crocodile, no?
No,
Okay.
no crocodile. No crocodiles were hurt in the making of this show. No,
Okay.
I had a lovely bowl of yogurt with granola
Nice.
and like berries and stuff. So that was
Yeah.
nice. Totally unshameful food
Okay.
to talk about. Yes.
Nice. That's lovely. I know, like I always find it really hard to prepare breakfast. I can make amazing dinner, but like breakfast, I always get how to say, like nervous about it.
Nice. Yeah, that's I sort of have a ritual now. So I prepare all the things in
Yeah.
advance, and you just chug them
Nice.
in a bowl.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into the topic of Ingo the Gringo. Are you ready?
Born ready.
Yes. Let's go.
Sure.
Okay, so Ingo, like personally, I just wanted to know what's Gringo means because you played the track today also with the Gringo lyrics in it, and what does it mean?
Yeah. So gringo is sort of a derogatory word for a tourist that's used in South American countries.
Uh-huh.
And the exact meaning, I believe, sort of differs per country. Sometimes it's also taken to mean specifically Americans, so white people, generally from the USA. So the name came about when I was backpacking in Brazil with a friend. This is a lifetime ago, and then we were couch surfing. So we were sleeping at a host. And he called me Ingo the Gringo because I was literally a gringo in his country, and it rhymed. And the
Nice.
power of rhyme is a great one, of course. So then later on, when I started DJing, I figured I need a DJ
DJ name, of course.
And then I was like, I already have this nickname,
yeah.
and it rhymes, so it rolls off the tongue. So might as well use that one.
Nice. Yes.
And then later on, I've sort of tacked on the meaning of me being a tourist in all these genres I play, right? So broken beat isn't I didn't grow up with it. I wasn't born into the culture and stuff. I'm just a tourist.
Yeah.
So this goes for all the things I'm into. They aren't my culture per se, but I really enjoy traveling through them, you know.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite deep philosophy inside.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
sort of a nice afterthought, I guess.
Okay, nice. Thank you for sharing. And
Sure.
can I call myself Haney the Gringo also?
Fine by me.
Yeah, because I also feel like I didn't grow up in I lived in UK, but I didn't grow up there. And I love a lot of dub which originate from Jamaica and UK. And yeah, sometimes I also do feel like tourist, you know.
Yeah.
It's quite a beautiful way of seeing your DJing.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. We can agree.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. And I have some like official questions here.
Very official.
Yes. Can you share a bit about your musical background and how it has shaped your journey as a DJ and event organizer?
So at the very beginning, there was my older sister who was into pop music, and I was like I don't know, 9 or 8, 9, 10 or something, and I thought my older sister was really cool, so I also thought all the music that she was into was really cool. So then I was really into staying on top of the charts, the top 40 we have here in the Netherlands, and we were like taping stuff on our tape recorder when the song came on.
Oh my god,
Now
that's so crazy.
yeah.
I have the exact same
Really?
history. Like also older sister.
Whoa,
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah,
okay.
so that's really the starting influence. And then I remember like Lose Yourself by Eminem was topping the chart for a million weeks. So that's I have some memories of that. And we were really into Pink and the Sugar Babes.
I was also into Pink.
Yeah.
Do you know this CD called Max 8? Like back in the day, I don't know where.
Oh no, that's
it's
too deep a cut for me, I guess. But so that was the beginning, and then of course during high school, being like 13, 14, 15, you start to develop more of your own taste, well, along with your peers, of course. And for me, really the starting point was hip hop. So Pete Philly and Perquisite is a big one. Something that I really fell hard for and really adopted sort of as my own thing.
Wow.
For like one of the first things I really felt like this is my music or something. And then soon after came Tribe Called Quest, and it all started flowing from there. And then sort of it was it's a wonderful feeling that first time you understand that you can travel through time in music, right? You can listen to songs that are 40 years old, and you can listen to so many different things from all over the world. Like when you find that out for the first time, that's such a powerful experience, right?
Exactly.
So then, so I just went through all sorts of lists of like milestone hip hop records and stuff, and you know all the Stevie Wonder stuff came up. So and the Al Green and all the soul and funk soon followed. Of course, hip hop is sort of like a perfect starting point because it's rooted in so many genres, right?
Exactly.
Because of its sample-based approach. So yeah, that's sort of where I started developing a lot of my music taste. So that's sort of the starting point.
And for audience who don't know you, like how would you describe your style right now?
I would say it's a warm, soulful, warm and soulful music is, I guess, the core. Because I feel like those are very broad denominators, right? So warm and soulful can be very mellow, soul or jazz, that's pure listening music. And it can also be upbeat and festive and clubby music. It can also be warm and soulful. So I guess those are two qualities that tie it all together. And between that, there's a lot that can be described as such. So there's hip hop, there's funk, there's jazz, there's soul, there's house, there's broken beats. You know, there's a lot of different stuff. So yeah, that's what I would say sort of binds it all together.
And how does your event Yosao started?
So I was DJing for a little while, and then I was working at Simplon, and there were parties being thrown in the basement here, such as your own event as well. But then this was, of course, way back. But just like now, there were parties being thrown in the basement here in Vera. And sort of somebody who worked at Simplon as well as Vera was just like, "Hey, Ingo, wouldn't you like to throw a party in the basement as well?" And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds fun." Like I hadn't thought of it, but when presented with the option, I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's go for it."
Nice.
And so that was sort of the starting point of Yausa. It had a different name back then. It was called Yamama.
Yamama?
Yeah.
What does Yamama mean and Yausa mean?
So it was a reference to the Far Side song Yamama, which is basically a very playful track in which they diss each other's mother, right? So they just go back and forth throwing Yamama jokes. So sort of this playfulness and also the hip hop roots of that name drove me to use that. But then later I changed it because it was African American slang, and it felt kind of weird to use that as a white Dutchie.
Yeah.
So I changed it to something that's phonetically kind of similar. So your mama, Yauza, you know, and kept the exclamation mark at the end. So sort of there's some continuity in there.
So Yasa is Dutch.
Well, the name Yauza isn't Dutch. I think it's probably Hebrew.
Hebrew. Oh.
And it basically means it's sort of exclamation like hey, or so it's just an enthusiastic exclamation. It's like an exclamation point but in a word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And
and also it's also a reference to a song, which is what made it logical as well. So first came the Yamama reference and then the Yauza reference, because it's from a song by Chic. It's called Dance, 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 Yauza, Yauza, Yauza. So that's where it came from.
Nice.
And in the song they also talk about many different genres and dancing to it. So that felt sort of right, because I like to unify a lot of genres in the Yauza club nights as well.
Nice. And you're actually playing some Chic sampled tracks today.
Yeah.
And it's already quite a couple times you mentioned about Chic, but like, are you a fan of Chic?
Yeah, I do quite like Chic. I like the Nile Rodgers production and stuff. I guess it's kind of a coincidence. I don't really talk about Chic this much daily or something. Okay. But yeah, there was a Chic sample in one of the tunes, which was kind of funny. I mentioned to you because it felt like such a. So it's in one of the grimy tracks, but then he kind of uses samples like it's an 80s hip hop track, right? So it's very 80s, I think, to throw a Chic sample like that into your tune. So yeah, kind of like that hip hop influence on the music there as well.
Yeah, nice. And how would you describe the atmosphere and energy that you aim to create at Yosa event?
So what I aim to create is just a fun atmosphere where feeling free to dance all out and act silly is encouraged instead of looked down upon. And so it's really, I think, what sets it apart from many club nights is that it's sort of explicitly non-cool or something. Like I feel that attracts sort of a different audience who maybe feel like other places are too serious or too much of a CMB scene kind of affair, and also it's kind of more innocent in that way. I feel like, and because of this, like people feel really free to act a fool and have fun together, and not be worrying about whether they are fitting in or being cool or stuff like that. So, but this is just, of course, my personal sort of view on what's happening. I mean, for other people it may be very different, but this is always the sort of association I've had with the feeling that arises on the nights. I think it's also a lot to deal with how nightclub buildings are designed, you know? Because I feel like from my experience, like for example, in the UK, they had like a smoking area where everybody meets and then they socialize there and then they come back and you talk to people that you don't know. There are kind of like a place for that, but like I guess here there aren't much like place that you can chill and be open about it, you know? So that's something I kind of miss sometimes, but I definitely understand what you mean by try to create
the vibe for everybody, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, more inclusive.
And also,
Yeah.
I mean, just really a lot of club nights are really about raving and going hard.
Yeah.
And I think that's also something that sets it apart. Like there's room for more gentle, more
Yeah.
soft kind of music.
I would like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course I like to throw some heavy broken beat curveballs and stuff. Like it's not like it's all lovey-dovey, but just there's room for many different sounds, and it's not about fist pumping and going to the toilet to amp up your energy, you know.
Yeah, like I really miss actually listening disco, like good disco music in the club. Yeah. But Ingo brought poster, and we're gonna just like show you for promotion. And that's 24th of November.
Ta-ta.
Ta-da! At the Simplon.
24th of November is the next Yausa.
Yes.
So yeah.
And can you explain about who's Cadillac?
Cadillac is Luis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luis, and is a super friendly guy from Cologne who lives here in Groningen and who's DJing as well. And he has a very nice taste, a lot of weird jazzy cuts, and also into broken beat and stuff. And so yeah, I'm really excited to have him on.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, gonna be a good time for sure.
Yes, we'll be there. And as someone who has been part of the music scene for a while, we kind of talked about this a little bit, but what challenges have you faced so far?
So for me personally, most of the challenges are sort of like internal, where I'm insecure about things. Like I've had occasions. I don't really have this these days anymore because I'm sort of less busy with DJing than I was before. But before I could have that I was at a party and I knew some songs that were being played by the DJ, and then I would think like, oh damn, everybody knows the songs that I play. And then the DJ would play some songs that I didn't know, and I was like, damn, I don't know all these songs. So whichever way I was getting insecure, right? So that's really unhealthy sort of attitude. So stuff like that. And also we talked about this a bit as well, that like now when I have this radio show to prepare for, like I sort of am able to motivate myself to do some preparation, right? To go through my library again and dig out some new tunes and stuff. But like when I don't have this external motivation of a party coming up or a show or whatever, like I can really motivate myself to just go practice, right?
Yeah, exactly.
To just get better at mixing or something. And I've spent quite a while beating myself up for that. Like, okay, I want to be a better DJ, and then failing to put the effort in, and I'm like, but then I'm not gonna be a better DJ. So why am I not doing it? And so, sort of a vicious circle. And then at some point, I've learned to sort of accept that I need this external motivation, and that's not just for DJing, but for pretty much anything in life. And so I was really fighting against that idea, but now that I've embraced it, it's far better because you sort of have more self-acceptance, right? And then if you know you need some external motivation to get shit done, you can also set some external motivation up for yourself, right? So you can sort of build in some deadlines, or
send some emails.
That's,
well, we're not really great for. So
whatever. So yeah, that sort of things is kind of what I've struggled with most, being a DJ. And so, as I said, like I'm a little less busy with DJing these days, so I do organize Yausa, and I have my own monthly radio show here on Relate as well. So I really like to do those things, but I'm also quite fine with just standing to my regular job and activities and developing myself in other ways and enjoying life in other ways and not really be on the lookout for the next gig and just slowly progress and try to build out this sound and sort of take the slow way and trying to cultivate something with Yausa without having to see like new milestones for me as a DJ. So that really takes off a lot of pressure, right? Because you're way more chill.
I think I also kind of changed whole my mindset like this, because also I was feeling quite pressured before, and also at some point I was like, wait, I've been doing this for so long and I still, he's still here. And then I realized, okay, you know what, actually this give me too much stress to live with my daytime job and then do this together. So I just decided I'm just gonna take it easy and then enjoy life and enjoy what I'm doing and just have a slow progress. But I'll be still happy that I'm still playing music.
Exactly. I mean the day-to-day happiness is the most important thing in the end. And I mean, it's okay to put in some grind if you're working towards a goal or something, but if you're pressuring yourself constantly and failing to live up to your own standards, then maybe your standards are just off, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Something else came to mind, but
what is it?
I lost it just now.
I give it some time.
I don't know.
Okay. But we have the loop.
So, what else?
Yes. Okay. What was the most memorable DJ experience that you had in your life? Because we just shared some challenge. Some bright side.
We need
best
to
moment.
We need to sandwich this shit.
Yeah, exactly. But we sandwich the other way around.
So a couple things come to mind. So it's hard to pick absolute favorite, right? So one great experience was playing at a. Was it New Year's? I think it was New Year's, like a New Year's event by Loft at EM2, and Geert-Jan and I were asked to play together.
Nice.
And this was like 5 years back or something. And we were asked to play together just because we were both working at Iwi, which was then a nightclub, right? So Geert-Jan organized the stuff, and I was like bartender. And they were like, "Yeah, they're from the same institution, whatever. So they can probably play together."
Yeah.
And we were like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And it was like a really fun side stage at their event, which was in an actual school bus.
Oh wow!
So they had like a
booth.
So
amazing.
So they had like a booth in the back.
Okay.
And Geert-Jan and I had fucking no clue what we were gonna be playing, and we didn't really sort of get together and adjust and So we came there and we saw each other and we were like, so what are we gonna do? Like completely unprepared. Because we were just thrown together, right? And then it turned out Geert-Jan had a lot of records and I just brought my USB, and then like one of the CDJs was broken and one of the record players was broken.
Oh man!
So we had to we had to go one by one. So I play a digital track and he would play a record. So it was chaos, and then we had to sort of try to make it work. And we went all over the place, but it was fun because it was just a side stage, right? So people love the mayhem. It's not like you have to entertain a big crowd or something. And then the thing was, there was like a vault on the top of the bus where you could climb out and up.
Oh wow! Yeah.
But the thing was, this was right next to our booth. So at some point, people were climbing up on the booth just to get out of the bus, on top of the bus, and we
climb up.
And Geert-Jan was playing records, so he was like lifting up the record player so it wouldn't shake and shit, and it was total mayhem, and nothing went as planned, and it was glorious.
Wow.
So that was really nice. And another one was another fun one was definitely playing at Welcome to the Village. The first time I played twice is also quite some years ago, and at first it was a super big disappointment because my gig was cancelled because they had complaints for noise complaints, which is something they had been struggling with for years.
Was in the Netherlands.
Yeah, so it's near Leeuwarden.
Yeah.
And so at first I could play, but there was like a sound limit, and the sound limit was ridiculously low. So when I played a song, I literally only were able to identify it because I knew it. You know, when you know a song, you can kind of hear what's playing.
Yeah,
but like nobody else could hear, and everybody was like, "Turn up the music." I was like, "Yeah, I wish," you know. So I couldn't do shit, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna continue playing because this is literally useless." Like, so that was quite a big disappointment, and then I sat down with the programmer later during the weekend, and I was like, "Yeah, if you could just organize a little something like anywhere." I was really looking forward to playing some tunes, like just a half an hour or an hour somewhere. If you can squeeze it in, that would be awesome. And then he made it happen that there was like this outlook tower thingy looking out over the lake.
Wow.
And then we hauled some speakers up there, and then I could play for like 2 hours during when the sun started to go down, and we were looking out over the lake, and then the thing was there was only room for like 20 to 30 people or something because it was in this tower.
Yeah, of course.
So everybody who was there was really enjoying themselves. So you had this like super intimate crowd. And back then I was just really playing a lot of disco and boogie.
Yeah.
So it was really all on the good vibes, right?
Yeah.
So it was this beautiful setting and this sort of release of the initial disappointment being made up for, and just how cozy it was with the people.
Yeah.
And like when that set was finished, like everybody had to go down the stairs, right? And they were all like, "Thank you," and then leaving. "Thank you so much," and then leaving. "Thank you, that was so much fun," and then leaving. So it was super heartwarming, right? So all these people thanking me for just playing music. So yeah, that was definitely another literal, I guess, high point. Yeah.
Usually, like small parties like this, like in a special setting with the special people, are the best.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely always something special when it's just when you share it with just an intimate crowd. Yeah,
exactly. And yes, now so we're gonna go talk about a little bit of broken beats actually, because there might be some audience who don't know what broken beat is. It sounds like breakbeat, but it isn't. You know? So
very confusing.
Could you explain what a broken beat is? A little bit of like history. Yeah.
So basically, what I played before, that's I would say all broken beats, but of course with genres the lines are blurry as always. So broken beat is sort of a style that originated in West London at the end of the 90s, towards the end of the 90s, where a lot of influences came together, and there was a period of a lot of experimentation by producers, trying out new sounds, trying out new styles, and sort of that in hindsight came to be known as broken beat or brock, for the Jamaican word for broken. And it's characterized by the broken beats, right? So it's not it's generally in a 4/4 time signature, so you can still count along, not always, but mostly. But in between, there's a lot of shuffling rhythms, so you can't just but stuff like that. Yeah. Exactly. So it like skips beats, and there's a lot of interesting rhythms going on. So that's really characteristics, and then characteristic. And then there's a lot of bass as well, which is basically why you invited me, right?
Yeah.
It's got that British bass because it's born out of London, so it's really influenced by Jamaican sound system culture and dub and stuff. So that's where the big rumbling bass comes from, and it's got influences from drum and bass with the chopped up drums, and from hip hop. It's got a lot of influence from jazz, from fusion, from like Herbie Hancock type stuff. And then there's like Caribbean influences and funk and disco and house, of course, because a lot of these producers came from either house background or drum and bass or a jazz background. Some people were musicians at heart, and others were more producers. So it's really all of these different things coming together in new styles of music, and there was like a lot of experimentation, as I said. So the sounds were quite diverse, and they're all sort of tied by the shuffling rhythms, the broken beats, and the big bass. So that's sort of the core, but it can be really grimy, like some of the songs I played were really nasty, and at other times it's really more jazz inclined, and it can be sort of spacey, spaced out, dubby, can be a lot of things. So that's kind of what it is.
Really like some grimy influenced and the dub influenced tune you played today also. It was very beautiful. Thank you.
Of course you like it.
Yes,
I thought so.
And how were you introduced to this broken beat? When was the first time you heard this? And when did you decide, okay, I'm gonna play this?
So for me, it's relatively new, which is also why I'm kind of hesitant to when you told me you were gonna interview me, right? Like I don't feel like I'm an expert or anything. I just got recently introduced, and I just really like it and love to push the sound. But of course there are plenty of people who are far more knowledgeable than I am. But basically I kind of got into broken beats and new jazz and other similar stuff during Corona time, so say 2020. So a couple years back. Back then I was working at the bar where I'm still working. Shout out to the cover. And so we had to close down, right, because of the epidemic. So what happened was we had like this web shop thing where people could order beer online, and then we would cycle over to their place.
That's crazy.
Yeah, cycle over to their place with like a nice package and drop it off.
But this is the bar. Yeah. And they used to do that during the corona. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, because we had to earn money, right?
But did you bring in like a plastic pints or something?
No, very, very classy, much too expensive, niche kind of beers, you know.
Okay. But did you also deliver like draft beers or something?
No. No drafting. No. So I was cycling around Groningen a lot, and to be honest, like I know a lot of my colleagues were so done with it, but I really liked it because I could listen to music, right?
Yeah, that's amazing thing about delivery job.
I would just a lot of extra hours that I spent working, but able to listen to music. So I really like to make sort of explicit use of this time. So I would think of, I've never really gotten into electro, so let's try to find out some basics of that, and I just would sort of do a basic Google and listen to some stuff, right? Or like, I've never really gotten into Kraftwerk, so let's check that out. So what am I gonna do today? Okay, I'm gonna check this and that's classic, or so I was also listening to a lot of radio shows back then as well, and a lot of Giles Peterson. And then at some point, Giles had like sort of a radio show where he would highlight 20 of his favorite tunes from a particular genre, right? So I had checked out the disco one
Pretty
and
cool,
stuff.
yeah.
It's really nice, and
Yeah.
I really like listening to Giles as well. Super chill. He seems such a friendly neighbor type fella, but then with immense knowledge, you know.
Those cool guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
he had this thing on new jazz, I believe, and new jazz is just basically very close to broken beat. Sort of they kind of influence one each other and stuff. So I was like, wow, this is fucking cool. And then at the same time, this compilation was released by Dave Lee, I believe. It's called Breaking the Beat.
Yeah.
So, and I was checking that out, and I was like, I was pretty mind blown, right? Because here I was never having heard of broken beat, and then I was getting introduced to this new jazz and broken beat shit, and I was like, that's really amazing.
Yeah.
So from there on out, I started getting more into it. So it was really due to radio, I guess. So maybe it's a sort of a full circle moment here, but yeah, that's and also maybe one of the few positive legacies the Corona pandemic has bestowed upon us.
I think the Corona did a lot of good on us, in a good way, to a few people. Yeah.
Let's
To
not
some people.
let's not pretend it was worth it, but
Yeah, but I mean, like for some musicians, and so next question is, do you have a particular track that holds a place in your heart?
yeah, I have a couple, and if we have time, we can play
listen to
some.
it, yeah, in the
Maybe
end.
maybe we can play one now
Yeah.
and then after talk about it.
Yeah, because you need to drink some water, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Let me just look it up. I had some favorites here.
Take your time.
Okay, so this one is a remix of a cover version.
Okay.
So you're gonna know the original, but it's a wildly different version.
Okay.
The remix is by Box in the Attics. This is it's like a producer's crew that's really instrumental in the rise of broken beats. So, and I just really love this tune. So let's hear this.
Okay, let's go.
As he came into the window was the sound of a crescendo. He came into her apartment, left the bloodstains. As she ran underneath the table, he could see she was unable, so she ran into the bedroom, struck him down. Haney, are you okay? Are you okay? Haney, are you okay? Are you okay, Haney? Into the hour was a Sunday, what a black day, mouth to mouth resuscitation.
Yeah, Smooth Criminal, J Fuse, Bucks in the Attics vocal remix, and that's just a phenomenal track. I think it's jazzy. It's quite dark. I really like the vocals, and the lyrics are altered, so they kind of flip this whole Michael Jackson thing right on its head, and it's nothing feels the same, but it's still Smooth Criminal, and I feel like it might be sort of the perfect cover.
Yeah.
In that respect, it's sort of completely recontextualized the original song, but it still has that
essence.
That essence, but completely different, and just all the elements work so well together, like the thick bass and all the spacey synths, and then the sort of the vocals and the horns. So great song.
Yeah, I just love so much of this spacey synths. You know, also with the nice bass. Yeah.
Also, really a key characteristic of Broken Beat.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely a lot of spacey synths going on.
Yeah.
They really were aiming for a futuristic sound from the early days on. So really for that intergalactic feel, like music from another planet. Yeah,
like Yusef Kamal stuff, you know. Also like one of my favorite album. Yeah, Black Focus.
Great shit. So that's really at the core of the revival of the genre as well.
I was just gonna talk about this, but like how has this broken beat genre influenced your personal DJing style? Like,
so for me, I don't know if it was just broken beat, but before, sort of the core thing of the music I played was I always wanted things to be funky, right? To be upbeat, funky, swinging. So you can find that in hip hop, and you can find that a lot in disco and boogie and stuff. Really, it's really funky and upbeat. And I still like funky and upbeat music, of course, but sort of my focus has shifted more towards what I would call jazzy, so maybe more of a cerebral, so more heady sort of type of music, where there's more going on than just, hey, we're all dancing and we're all having a good time. So a bit more more elements, different rhythms, just a bit more layered maybe. So I really try to gear towards that jazziness, and also I like to combine it with so new jazz and jazzy hip hop. Like in the UK, there's a lot of jazz hip hop crossover stuff happening as well. So that really all fits together very well. So try to mostly keep it on the jazzy side of the spectrum, and then sort of add on other soulful, funky, groovy things as well.
That's amazing. Yeah. And so do you have any particular like your most favorite track ever from your, how to say, entire broken beat library?
I do.
Yes, let's hear it out.
Shall we play it?
Yeah.
So that would conclude the show, right?
Oh no, I have one more question left.
Okay, then first ask the question. I'm scrolling here and trying to.
So what can we expect from your future events, and any collaboration upcoming? Any exciting news?
So I think what you can expect is more of the same, which maybe doesn't sound very exciting, but I think we've got a really good thing going at Jause, and just the vibe every time is just so great, and people are just elated. So I feel like I'm just gonna keep that going and try to spread the word, so more people enjoy it
Yeah.
and get accustomed to this. And also, I'm really gonna keep pushing this broken and jazzy sound. And people at Jouwsels always really seem to enjoy it. And people sometimes are like,
"Yeah, I really enjoyed it last time.
What is this? What is this crazy shit? It's awesome, you know." So
Yeah.
when people have that experience, I really love that. So I feel like I'm just gonna keep that going.
Yes,
and
please.
aside from that, who knows? I don't have. I'm simple. I'm a simple guy. I don't have great ambitions to take over the world or anything. I just want to have a fun club night in Groningen.
Yes. And
You know?
I mean, is the sound system upgraded recently? Because like, I was planning to go to your show like since last year or something, and then every time something came up, like I was sick or had a corona or something, and so last time your event, that was my first time to actually be on your event.
Yeah.
But I actually do really love the vibe and really love the room and the also sound as well.
Yeah.
It was just like perfect size of the room.
Yeah.
With a beautiful sound system and not too much and nothing, how to say, disturbing.
Yeah.
And everybody were smiling and just having great time. So it was really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think the sound system has been upgraded recently, but no, I think. But of course, before we were in this room, I also did I was in the cafe area for a bit, which was maybe even more cozy, but the sound wasn't as good. Wasn't as good as it is now. So in that regard, we've sort of upgraded.
Yes. Okay. And now we don't have much time, right?
Yeah.
So
time for exactly one song.
Yes. Let's listen. One of the most favorite broken beat track.
So
Jazz.
Yes.
Jazz Nova.
Jazz Nova.
Yeah,
So definitely.
I love it also.
Yeah. So it's a producers collective from Germany.
Yeah.
Called Jazz Nova. So new jazz, of course, sort of bossa nova inspired artist name. You could hear that as well, right? In the tunes I played, there's also a big Brazilian influence, and and Jazz Nova. Yeah, what I like from their early stuff and their remixes is just it's sort of. It's so clean.
Yeah.
It's produced so well with such nice layers, such thick bass, and this tune here, Caravel, is just a crazy trip with super high tempo and a lot of rhythms running wild, and it's just whenever I listen to this tune, I'm like envisioning a dance floor full of people breaking their limbs because they're dancing too wild because this song is crazy. So that's sort of the idea I have with and I believe this was it probably was on like one of the Giles Peterson shows, or I this is like one of the first tunes that really got me into the genre and into the new jazz broken beat stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, without further ado, so this is
Let's
Caravel
go.
by Jazzanova. So I just remembered that indeed I had heard this tune on one of the Giles shows, because I remember him saying that when this came out, and this was in 1998. I just looked it up. But when this came out on the scene in London, people didn't know at what speed to play it at. So at like 33 or 45 RPM, because it was just that fast. So people got confused. So that's a funny little tidbit. Enjoy the rest.
All right. Thank you so much, Ingo, for RolyPoly.
Yeah.
I
My
see
pleasure.
you next time. And Ingo's event is 24th of November again, Yaosao at Simplon.
Yeah, so that's next week, Friday.
Yes.
Next week, Friday, Simplon. So get your ass over there and come dance.
See you there. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Ciao.